I'm sure a lot of businesses out there have their own story on how they navigated throughout this pandemic, and this is our personal story of how we as a community is coping throughout this pandemic. And exactly, we just want to share with you our story so that maybe you can learn something out of this. Riding high from our 2019 success came 2020, where we had this huge amount of inventory that we couldn't sell in malls, just online. We had to rely on our website. We're still relying on our website until today. And basically we were just fucked. I mean, imagine asking for money, producing this much amount of clothes, thinking that it's going to be sold out, and yeah, we were just fucked. But of course, with every problem comes a solution, right? So the first solution with this whole pandemic was really to make the best content out there for the community. And so as soon as GCQ started, day one, I'm not kidding you, I think I still have a video of this, where I went to the single camera shop that was open and asked our photographer, what exactly do we need to make a makeshift studio in our warehouse? And I'm telling you, day one, I went there and got everything that we needed and bought it. And then I was like, all right, the number one thing that's gonna kill us during this whole pandemic is if we don't have content. If we don't have content, we can't showcase the products to the community the best way possible. So we were shooting week after week, left and right, investing in so much content, getting to know so much people. And the number one problem was, since it was lockdown, there's still that whole transportation problem. You have to show a certificate of employment and all these requirements that the government was asking for, and we managed to get around it. And yeah, we managed to make the content that we need, and it was a really hard time. It was a struggle, but if there's a problem, there's always a solution for sure. When I first started Scoop, akala ko yung mga photo shoot sobrang simple lang. You get a model, you get a photographer, you get a product, and that's about it, di ba? And hindi ko alam nung time na yun na parang kailangan ng permit. You have to get a hair and makeup, you get the logistics where would the model change her clothes, etc. Stuff like this that's very important for the shoot. And moving forward and thinking about pulling off a shoot post-lockdown gets even harder. Imagine you have to find a hair and makeup artist that's within your vicinity, because of course the logistics, the travel is hard to transfer from city to city. That's one thing that you need to think about. Another is to find a photographer that's willing to shoot during this pandemic. Of course, we don't want to acquire the virus, right? And another thing is to find the driver that can pick everyone up, pick up the whole team and bring them to one location. That's intercity travel, which is hard to do during a pandemic, especially given the restrictions that every city has, because every city has a different rule for entering and leaving the city. And another thing is acquiring a model that would fit our creative director's vision, because we can, of course, our creative director is very picky and choosy when it comes to choosing models that fit the brand. Of course, it always helps to fit the brand, right? And all these things come into play, and this was something that I personally struggled with every single week. And every single week, God willing, and I'm really thankful for the team, the community, that we were able to pull off the content that we were able to do, especially this pandemic, and I'm very thankful that we were able to put out the new era content out there. We were able to do a lot of shoots and a live set, events, and it was really just that time of adjustment. But after it all, if there's a solution, if there's a problem, there's a solution to it. So that was my personal struggle with making photo shoots. Alright, I'm just really happy and just really excited and just really thankful for everything that has the whole team, that we are finally able to put out all the clothes, all the high quality content that we can give to you, the community. Because at the end of the day, we're doing this all for you guys. So this pandemic has been hard for all of us. I'm pretty sure it's been hard for you too. Well, it's been hard for our team as well, for sure. But we're not letting this stop us from progressing. I always think that if we are able to survive this pandemic and we are able to grow and progress throughout this pandemic, can you imagine the possibilities that we can do as a team and what you can do as well after this pandemic is over? Like what else? Like what else can the world throw at us that can hinder us from our growth as people? And so that's just one thing that I want to really tell you guys, the community, that this will pass and we will grow from this. And I hope that our struggles as a team, you can learn from something that I've said so far. And I'm just really thankful for everyone super thankful for the community, for everyone that's liking, commenting, or subscribing, or whatever. And just look out for our releases, our future releases. 2021 is bright, definitely. We have a lot that's lined up, and I just really want to thank you guys for everything, your support for 2020, and I hope you guys have a good rest of year. Alright, see you next time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the comment section, liking and subscribing and hitting that thumbs up.